urgent government message.
So cheer up. You're it.
Good afternoon, YouTube. Today is Tuesday, the 30th of August, 2011. And I was a little surprised to find yesterday that I'd actually gotten myself blocked from the Venus Project. Now, first of all, I'm not upset. This was only one of my many personas, and it serves to emphasize an important point about the new and improved Venus Project. A point which has been made quite clear in correspondences with Andrew in the UK, and that is the Venus Project is not a democracy. It is a plan which has been designed and developed by Jacques and Roxanne in there somewhere. And everything that is done with their express approval. And if for any reason something displeases them, then it's out. Just like with Peter Joseph and the Zeitgeist movement. Thanks, but no thanks. See you later. Now, is this right? Well, that's up for each individual to decide, just as Roxanne kept repeating every time she was asked why this was happening. It's simply a matter of, if you want to follow Venus Project, you follow Venus Project, but you do it their way, and you do not do anything that's going to piss them off, or you're out. And what might piss them off is really only they know for sure. Roxanne never really gave a good, clear explanation, in my opinion, to Peter as to why he was being booted out after devoting so much time and effort in the Zeitgeist movement promoting the Venus Project. This was spelled out pretty clearly in some correspondence that I had with Andrew Buxton, where I'd mentioned that I was working with my local Zeitgeist movement group, as well as the Venus Project, and that I was gathering people together to see if, there was some way that this fragmentation of the movement could come to an end, and what would it take for Jacques, to re-embrace all of these other groups, because he does have a plan where all the other groups are really just kind of out there, that they'd formerly been supporting the Venus Project, and now the Venus Project has cut them off, so they don't have a plan of their own other than what they've learned from the Venus Project. And the Venus Project has stated quite clearly, these are our toys, you can't play with them anymore. So when I mentioned this to Andrew, his response was that, quote, "No, it will never happen like that. TZM is open to everyone, regardless of their values and views and direction they want to go in. It's totally open source, has no agreed plan of action, and everyone has a right to their own opinion. This is very attractive to most people, because generally people don't like to change. They are set in their ways and their values, and they just want to not be ruled, but not have to change themselves." He continues, "The Venus Project has no interest in that at all, as it just carries the same problems through from generation to generation. TVP understands that in order to make this happen, people need to change values and understandings to this direction, not the other way around. TVP isn't a plan that evolves to suit people's values. People's values need to evolve to suit this new direction. TVP will not work with organizations like TZM." Now, the Venus Project was named after a location in Florida where it's located, not after the goddess of love. And this seems pretty clear from the new direction that Venus Project seems to be taking. personally, I think it's a very bad move on their part. I think they've alienated probably half of the group and left the Zeitgeist movement standing there holding the bag. And I guess, unfortunately, my values haven't changed enough to where that seems okay to me. So, what I think this means is that it's time for the Zeitgeist movement to start developing a plan. We need to find out what kind of plans and actions we can come up with that are not copyrighted by the Venus Project, since we're no longer allowed to use any of his designs or ideas. Now, what can be patented, like resource-based economy? Okay, we come up with a different term. I mean, there are ways around this so that the Zeitgeist movement can move forward, stop promoting an organization that has no interest in it. Period. End of discussion. They want nothing to do, as I just read. So as Roxanne kept repeating in that webcast, you know, if you want to go with them, then go with them, but keep in mind that you do anything to displease them and you're out, regardless of the amount of time and effort you may have already contributed